Hi, my name's Amanda Weber, and I'm a certified meditation instructor and stress management coach. The purpose of this short video today is to chat about prenatal relaxation breathing exercises. And I find these are really helpful for women and their partners also, not only leading up to the anticipation of the birthing process for your baby, but also for those days and weeks following when life has upheaved your schedule, so to speak. And so why do we talk about our breath when we talk about reducing the impact of stress on our bodies and maybe being able to better manage the impact of the different stresses that occur in our life? I think it's important to start out by saying that our mind and body are connected. And, probably one of the common examples that we could talk about that helps us understand this concept is the idea that if you were, for example, watching a scary movie and the anticipation of the movie is building, all of a sudden you realize that when your mind is waiting for somebody to jump out from behind a corner, that your heart starts to beat faster, and maybe you start to get a little bit anxious, and that's because anything that lands on the mind has to find a place to manifest in the body. And so I find this concept is never truer than during pregnancy, labor, delivery, and life as a parent. This idea that our breath becomes a bridge between our thoughts and how it's manifesting in our physical body. So if we can close our eyes, take a long, slow, deep breath in through our nose, and gently and slowly exhale, we go from potentially this fear-based state, or sometimes referred to as fight-flight, to activating our parasympathetic nervous system, which activates relaxing, tranquil, calming chain of events. And so it's kind of like a built-in antidote to stress to use your breath. So let's look at a couple of simple breathing exercises that you can use today when you're pregnant. You can use them when you on the onset of your labor. They're totally safe, drug-free, a great natural way to relax your mind and body. And then, as I mentioned, those days and weeks following, having an awareness of your breath is always a great tool. So the first one I want to talk about is taking a deep breath. And when we take a deep breath, and when I'm dealing with my prenatal folks, I always say that in the unlikely event that you start to feel a little bit lightheaded while we're doing deep breathing, just simply resume your normal breath. It is highly unlikely, and I rarely ever see it, but sometimes in this world of overachieving, we try a little bit too hard, and we make the long, slow, deep breath a little bit more than what our body's comfortable with. So let's go ahead and try that. I'd like you to gently close your eyes and take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then gently and slowly exhale. And if you can do this in and out, breath in and out through your nose, that's a much more cleansing way to do it for your body. But if you can't, if that's not available to you, no problem, just breathe through your mouth. So let's do that one more time. Just gently keep your eyes closed or close them. A long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then gently and slowly exhale. And then as you open your eyes, one thing that we want to do with deep breathing is so often in our world of always on, busyness, no time, not enough time, we tend to keep our breath short and choppy in the in the top part of our chest. The idea with deep breathing is we want to try and get the air right down into our belly. So this time when we close our eyes, I'd like you to just visualize that you're taking air in, you're filling your belly, You're filling the middle part of your lungs, and then at the end we're filling this top part. So it's almost like there's 3 parts or 3 areas to fill. So if you could go ahead and do that, let's gently close our eyes, and I'll walk us through this. We'll gently close our eyes, and as you breathe in, imagine or visualize that you're breathing into your belly, filling your belly, and then that second area of your chest where your lungs are, and then up above your diaphragm into the top part of your chest, and then slowly exhaling from all those areas. And I want you to just do that a couple times on your own. So let's just continue. Do it at your own pace. There's no grades being given here. There's no reason to be longer or shorter. Just do what's comfortable for you. So really, I want you to take your attention inward and just focus on the breath. We're going to try and pattern interrupt, if you will, the busy thoughts that might be going on in our head. And just let that go and just bring our awareness to our breath and try and get some nice, long, slow, deep breaths in and then gently exhale. Let's do that one more time together. And then gently open your eyes. Okay, great. One last trick or breathing exercise that I find a lot of my prenatal moms really love, and that the dads really love too, is what's called slowing down breath. And again, when our mind starts to get busy, and that starts to get us worked up or upset or worried or anxious, and that manifests in the body as holding tension or clenching, all those things that make pain and stress feel a lot worse. The idea that we can use some words with our breath to gently slow ourselves down, slow our mind down, and pattern interrupt some of that impact that the stress is having on our body can be really helpful. So with the slowing down breath, it's quite similar to the deep breath, except what I'd like you to do is when you close your eyes and you take your attention inward, on your inhale, I'd like you to silently in your mind repeat slow. And then on your exhale, silently in your mind, I'd like you to repeat down. And so it just becomes a really gentle back and forth, inhaling and exhaling, totally at your own pace, whatever feels comfortable for you, of slow down. Slow down. And you can do this anywhere. If you're working while you're pregnant in an office area, you can just sit at your desk for a few minutes and do it. I have 3 children, and with my last daughter, I spent a lot of time doing breathing exercises and meditating, just because I really wanted to have the most natural, comfortable birth that I could have. And so one of the things I used to do is at lunchtime, I worked as in the tech sector actually in marketing, and so I had a pretty crazy job in the office, and there was a lot of travel and a lot of meetings and running around, and so my grounding time became at lunchtime. I would go out to my car and just pop my sunglasses on and close my eyes if I felt comfortable and just do this slowing down breath for 5 or 10 minutes, and it made an amazing difference in not only how I showed up back at work, but it gave me an opportunity to connect with my baby and say, you know what, we're just going to give this time to ourselves and each day to just do this slowing down. And so try not to get too caught up in where the right place is to do it or the right time. Give yourself the flexibility to do it anytime, anywhere. So here's what we do is we are just going to gently close our eyes, and on the inhale, we're going to silently think slow, and on the exhale, silently think down. And just go back and forth with that. Inhale, slow, exhale, let that go and open your eyes. And so we did a deep belly breath exercise where we tried to get air into our belly, our lungs or diaphragm area, and the top of our chest. And we did another breathing exercise where we silently in our mind, as we inhale and exhale, repeat slow down. So I hope these two breathing exercises provide you some much needed rest and relaxation, engaging that parasympathetic nervous system that allows us to really slow down and feel better and healthier and happier, which is my goal. And just in closing, that idea that your breath can take you anywhere you want to go, anywhere you need to go. And so use that as a free, always with you tool to maximize your health, happiness, and success, however you define that. Thank you so much and have a great day.